Masks are required on the premises. Limited attendance here in South Alabama. But these fans, they're game. Why? Because we've got a football game to kick off here tonight on ESPN. Two Mobile area rivals. St. Paul's Episcopal taking on Spanish Fort. Yes, that's right. Football is back on ESPN. Welcome to the 2020 GEICO ESPN High School Football Kickoff, presented by the United States Marine Corps. Enhanced COVID prevention measures and social distancing. This week, after lessons learned week 1 in Alabama high school football, the greatest concern, the health of those here in attendance, both playing and watching and coaching, and also hoping to get a full season in. Hi, everybody. Alongside Cole Kubelik, I'm Chris Cotter, sweating it out here in Mobile. We've got our social distancing. We've got our plexiglass. We've also got football. We're glad you've joined us. I know you're excited about it. These kids have been excited about it all summer long, but like the rest of us, they've had a difficult time adjusting and getting ready for the season, haven't they?
It's been very different. We saw some pictures there for the fans, how it's going to be different. But you think about that physical acclimation period that usually takes place in the spring. These players didn't get that. Turnover in high school football happens much more rapidly than in college football. Then you get through the rest of the offseason, the mental and emotional uncertainty, Chris, of are we even going to play? When are we going to play? Who are we going to play? What's it going to look like when we do play? Very different. And you just wonder from week 1 to week 2, how different are these teams going to look?
I'd say as somebody we saw in week 1 for St. Paul's Episcopal, Jalen Sultan, he was phenomenal. Their new tailback, great debut.
Well, I'll tell you, if you're like me and you like to watch the O-line, you like a little ground and pound football, this offensive line is set to pave the way for a very talented tailback in Jalen Sultan. Inside, outside, has breakaway speed, very shifty, wonderful body balance, and they're planning to utilize him as much as possible. Only 15 touches last week, Cotter. Got to get him the ball more.
Speaking of debuts, how about a sophomore quarterback making his starting debut? Not something you see every single year when it comes to a team like Spanish Fort, but that's what happened last week with Brendan Byrd.
The lefty did some really nice things a week ago. He made some nice throws, but some big mistakes led to turnovers early. Then all of a sudden you're out of your game plan. And we talked about physically, mentally, emotionally, getting into your comfort zone. First start in this young man's career, he had to get out of that comfort zone to try to battle back from a 28-point deficit.
Cole, 2 coaches with a lot of success, big-time pedigrees here in South Alabama. Ben Blackman, his 6th season here at Spanish Fort, already has a state championship and the runner-up last year. And meanwhile, Steve Mask, his 9th season as the head coach at St. Paul's Episcopal, also a lot of success. His team moves now from 6A back down to 5A this season. We are just set to get underway. Last week, you had St. Paul's with the win over McCattery. And Spanish Fort took the L. Unfortunately, at Fairhope got down big in that game. Toe meets leather, and we're underway. Lucas Bro with the kickoff for Spanish Fort, taken by one of the up men for St. Paul's, and he'll return to about the 36-yard line, and it'll give us a chance to see not only Jalen Sultan, but Bester McFadden, the quarterback here for St. Paul's.
Well, Bester McFadden is a young man. You talk about tough, physical, just a gamer, a guy that understands how to run and manage this offense. And he wants to stay within their scheme, stay on schedule. This is a run-first offense, but he can kill you with play action if you bring those safeties up and try to overplay the run.
12 of 19 for just 108 yards, but very economical in the opening win. Touchdown and a couple of picks. Sultan with the carry, number 1 right away for the Saints, and he's going to get a nice pickup on first down.
You see that offensive line just leaning early on. That's what they want to do. That's what St. Paul's is here to do tonight.
On this defense, too, Ben Blackman said he's got some really nice players in the secondary, including Micah Gaffney, Virginia commit. Blitz coming, and down goes McFadden. And look who that is. We haven't mentioned his name yet, but it didn't take us very long to get to it. Christian Burkhalter, he'll be heading to Oregon next year.
The Oregon commit just going to come right off the edge. Top of your screen, you see play action. I'm going to assume that tight end was supposed to come back across the line of scrimmage in a split zone play action the way that we discussed it a little bit earlier, but you slide the protection. Somebody has to show up where you're sliding the protection away from. Nobody does it. Free sack, Christian Burkhalter, the future duck. What's supposed to.
Brendan Byrd is going to roll out. The lefty's going to fire downfield, hits his receiver. That's Jacob Godfrey. picks up the penalty yardage back. We've got another flag on the field. Let's check this one.
Watch the tailback here, Johnny Morris, number 1, getting a little physical right there, and pass protection allows his quarterback to be able to get that throw off. Nice job. I love to see back step up in protection.
On the defense.
Jalen Sutton now out of the backfield. McFadden looks to find a receiver. It's tipped up in the air and almost intercepted. Tipped high in the air, and Carl Fontroy was another player that Coach Blackman just raves about. This junior almost was able to get his hands on it. He might have taken that to the house, too.
Yeah, and defensive coordinator Tony Stoneker is going to be watching this film for Spanish Fort and missed opportunity.
Down now in a deluge. Gives to Morris, sidesteps the defender nicely, gets into the second level, and he'll get a first down. Still on his feet, down to the 35. Second down in McAdory for the Toros. This play is very promising. Morris has a blocker in front, gets close to midfield, and a first down. Hand off to Abel. Still on his feet, loses his helmet. Give him a couple. Some hard hitting out there, and Abel's going to have to sit out this play as he puts his headgear back on.
And that's having your helmet ejected. I mean, that's a fighter pilot coming out of the cockpit. That's Clowney-esque.
Grayson Miles, the junior, will try and give the Saints the lead. Puts a toe into it. He's got plenty of distance, and it's good. So with 36 seconds left to go in this first half, Grayson Miles splits the uprights, and the Saints get on the board first.
That's a big kick. You got 10 guys executing, 1 big mistake, stalls your drive.
Now way behind the chains. Not for long. Godfrey gets loose. 50. Can he outrun the defender? He can't, but it's a big gain for the Toros.
So we saw the RPO go for a first down on a quick little slant in the first half. And this is the first time we've seen Spanish Fort go back to it. Stay in the mesh. There you pull the linebacker's eyes. It's not a difficult throw. High percentage pass. Put it where your receiver can get it. Yak yards.
Godfrey is just a sophomore, and Coach Black. Big drive for the Toros here as they try to get on the scoreboard for the first time. Second down and 4. Byrd rolling out. Has a receiver open. Inside the 10. Bang down at the 8.
Chris, what did Ben Blackman tell us about 4 hours ago when we spoke to him on the phone? Kind of felt like he was telling us a secret. Guys, we're going to play with 2 tight ends. Like that was a big deal to him. They're both open on this play. Pick your tight end.
And that's the first catch of the year for Christian Bernal.
I want to hear that ham horn again.
Fumble on the exchange, and it looks like the Saints have recovered.
We will not get the ham horn. Linebackers, I mean, they're bolting to the line of scrimmage. There's no sitting back and reading and reacting. And that's just a great individual play up front. I'm telling you guys, Michael Crawford, 55, in the middle of that Spanish Fort defense.
Fake the threat. Bird's going to go up top. He has 2 receivers, and Montgomery corrals it for the score.
Play action has been brutal for St. Paul's here in the second half. You mentioned it, Chris. 2 receivers almost running open. Misread by the safety. We saw a big play to the tight end earlier on the previous drive. They got him down towards the goal line. That was off play action. Really nice job by Ben Blackman, Justin Nared, Justin Thomas, his run and pass coordinators who assist him in calling plays.
Lucas Bro with the PAT. You think he took some of his dad's playing and just kind of took the one off?
Cut the one off. He's good, yeah.
Dad had enough of it. Going way up top. Tipped and intercepted. Second down and goal. The fake to Hickson. Out to Godfrey again. Flag down on the play, but Godfrey cuts it back and scores. Let's check the flag. thrown by the near side official. Coach Mask saw something and decided to put him on the defensive side of the ball. Field goal attempt here by Bro. Hits the upright and no good. I was just about to say Spanish Fort adds to their lead, but Bro hits the upright and the ball falls harmlessly into the end zone, so the lead remains 4 for the Toros. Snap and hold were good. Oh, stoinked it right off that upright. Fad to quickly throw to the outside, complete. Passo, inside the 10. First and goal for St. Paul's. There you go, Cole. 4-point stands. Score. That's Graves-Billips. And just like that, the Saints are back on top. What a momentum swing here.
Unbelievable. Javonte Graves-Billips is a guy that you would mostly see him in the slot. He's going to play a little bit of corner as well. Now you get him in the backfield here late in this game, and a couple of big runs. One of those backs that just kind of glides, just looks so smooth with the ball in his hands.
Moments ago right here on this end, it looked like the Toros were going to extend their lead. Field goal hits the uprights, and in the blink of an eye, the Saints are back on top. Miles converts the PAT, 10-7. St. Paul's back on top thanks to that man right there, Javonte Graves-Billips. Injury to the number 1 tailback. Sultan's been out for quite some time. Graves-Billips says, I got this. 3-year starter. Puts the Saints back on top. Brendan Byrd, the quarterback, stays in for kicking duties. Low liner, Gray picks up at the 42. Makes one cut. He's got a lot of grass in front of him. 30. Quarterback, the last man that can bring him down, and Byrd slows him down just enough, but it'll be great field position, and a late flag will make it even better. Byrd did well enough to slow him down, but Gray had a lot of room right off the bat. Met at the line of scrimmage, but chugging away, trying to get into the end zone. Did he get there? Graves-Billips was just powering his way. He does. We'll have to check the flag, but what an effort by Graves-Billips. He loses his helmet in the process. Javonte Graves-Billips, two-way player for this Saints team. We're waiting on the call. Here it is. Nope. Face mask against the Toros. The touchdown will stand.
Never a bad idea to go behind 77, Luke Taylor.
We have a personal foul on the defense, face mask. That penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
Miles for the PAT. You mentioned Taylor among the ESPN 300 juniors this year, already an LSU commit. Grayson Miles adds the PAT. And the Saints have exploded here on 2 consecutive drives in this fourth quarter to stretch their lead to 10. That was a look at Luke Taylor. Just get on my hip, young man. And the individual effort from Javonte Graves-Billips, outstanding. St. Paul's Episcopal is nicknamed the Skillet. Just look at that. It's inside a gully. You can see the only saving grace down here, and you know this, is that you're close to the Gulf. So you get the breezes off the Gulf every now and then.
I feel like those trees might be blocking my breeze.
The trees are blocking the breeze. You got a hill over here to the left. They nicknamed it the Skillet.
Here's what I want to point out to you. You see over here to the far right of this picture, there's like a little red blob over there.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, that's the offensive line sled. You notice that?
Byrd now rolling out to his strong arm. Hits Montgomery. Makes one man miss. Defender stays with him, forcing him out of bounds. Zach Gray on the stop.
Give him the option, sprint out. He can tuck that ball and run if there's nothing that he likes. Pick up.
4th down. This is for the Toros to stay in the game. Byrd looking to throw. Hits his receiver. It's a catch. Montgomery went down to get it, so their hopes and dreams stay alive.
Boy, throws a dart. Trey Parker, watch him off left end right here. Nice little stab move, but knowing the pressure is going to be there, Brendan Byrd sticks in that pocket. Delivers a nice ball.
Byrd now rolling, coming back to his left. Montgomery again. He may get to the corner. He does. Big target out there on the outside. Both these teams have big receivers they can throw to.
He's got that UAB offer. Could be the next Roddy White.
Now Bro will line up for an onside kick. Ball has to travel 10 yards before it can be touched by the kicking team. Tries to get that big bounce. Handled by Bozio. With the hands team out there, one of your starting wide receivers, and Bozio's big-time catcher on the baseball team. He just went down and blocked that one at the plate and made the play. Let's take a look at tonight's GEICO player of the game, it's Javonte Graves-Billips. You know, Cole, we didn't really mention him a whole lot in the first half of this game. He came in as a two-way player.
St. Paul.
Started playing some defense and then got a couple of scores.
And just seems to have a real feel for this zone blocking scheme. We talk about effort, fight.
Look at this.
Commitment, drive. All those names that we see the military academy.
Bootleg, McFadden's going to keep it. And he gets to the sticks. Takes a knee, and that's going to be it. Not bad, my friend.
There's not a better time for it.
Not a bad call on your part.
Mask. Gotta love your heart and your fight for this football team.
Steve Mask and the St. Paul's Episcopal Saints go on the road and improve to 2-0 on the year with a hard-fought, physical 17-14 win over Spanish Fort.